Let's find the general solution to this first order separable differential equation. So I kind of gave it away already how I'll be finding the general solution to this differential equation by describing it as separable. So this means I could separate the variables and find my general solution. Why? So what I'll start by doing first is I'll be isolating this dy dx term on one side, so I'll be moving that 5xy to the other side, so I have negative 5xy on my right hand side. And now I can start the separation process. So what I'll first start by doing is I want to break up this derivative into free floating differentials. So what I'll be doing is I'll be multiplying by dx on both sides so that this goes away. I have a dx on this side, and then I want to isolate the y's and x's on one side, so I'll be dividing by y on both sides so that this goes away, and now I'm left with dy over y is equal to negative 5x dx. To get rid of the differentials, I will be integrating both sides. So on my left hand side I have 1 over y dy, which is just ln y. And then on my right hand side I have the integral of negative 5x, which is just the power rule, so negative 5 over 2x squared plus an arbitrary constant c. And now the reason I omitted that constant on my left hand side is because it doesn't really make a difference. As long as I have the constant on one side, that's good. But remember, I'm looking for y, so if I keep it on my right hand side of the equation, it makes things easier. But just to show you that it doesn't make a difference, if I had a constant c over here, so I have c1 and c2, I can move that c1 to the other side so that I have c2 minus c1. And again, this term is just a constant because you're subtracting two constants, so you could redefine this as another constant. But I don't really want to do that, and it's kind of implied in my notation that this is some constant absorbed, so it doesn't really matter, so I just keep it as a constant c. Now to find the explicit solution, I want to isolate y fully, so what I'll be doing is I'll be using e to the power of everything, so e to the power of ln y, and then on my right hand side I'll be doing the same thing, so e to the power of negative 5 over 2 x squared plus c. And this on my left hand side I'm just left with the y, and then on my right hand side I have e to the power of negative 5 over 2x squared times e to the power of c, because you could do that because it's a plus c power. So again, this over here is just a constant. E is just a constant raised to another constant, so you could again quote unquote redefine this as another constant, or just have it implied so that this is just another constant c. So what you're left with is y is equal to c times e to the power of negative 5 over 2 x squared. And that's it.